What's up, beautiful world? This is TNA Top Notch Audio, and welcome to another episode of r/slash Entitled Parents. Our first story will be Entitled Dad Corrects the Colors in a Children's Book, and then will be Entitled Coworker Becomes Entitled Parent, Be My IT and Electronics Expert, even if it's not your job. If this is your first time listening, remember to hit that subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Enjoy the stories. And this next story is posted by u/KVLT-Spook, entitled Dad Corrects the Color in a Children's Book. When I was a kid, I had a copy of the book Go Dog Go. It basically was just cute cartoons of different dogs and cars on their way to some big event. Harmless fun to teach kids colors and numbers, right? Apparently not. One day, my dad saw this book and cracked the absolute spits that the colors in the book were wrong. He seemed to take personal offense to the book having the wrong colors, so he took it upon himself to go through the book and cross out the wrong color and write the correct one above it. Alright, that's weird, but not so terrible. I hear you thinking. But wait for these two gems before you pass judgment. 1. My dad's handwriting was completely illegible even for an adult. No one could read the correct color. 2. My dad is red-green colorblind. And this story is posted by u/EarthRogue. Entitled Coworker Becomes Entitled Parent. Be my IT and electronics expert even if it's not your job. This happened and started about a year and a half ago. EM shows up at my desk one day at work. I've seen her at meetings but never interacted directly with her. We work in different parts of the building for different functions. She's in customer service and I'm in supply chain. I'm several steps up the food chain and I don't know her name. EM, are you, says my name. Me checking to see if my desk name placard disappeared. Yes. EM, okay, I heard you used to be in the military. Not a question, just a statement. Me, yes I was. EM, okay. I heard you used to fix electronics. Is that true? Me, I did. I haven't done any of that work in about 10 years. EM, okay, but you still know a lot about electronics? Me, not liking this conversation. Some things yes, some things no. EM, but you could add a printer though, right? Me, I'm sorry, I have a meeting to go to in a few minutes. What do you want? EM, well, I need you to add a printer on my computer. Me, you know the step-by-step directions with screenshots are posted all over the printers, right? And isn't IT right next to where you work? They can help you if you need it. EM, it will only take you a minute. I'm horrible at this kind of stuff and IT is off-site today. Me, sighs. Okay, which printer do you want to add? EM looks at me like I'm stupid. The one closest to my desk? Me, yeah, I figured that, but do you know the printer name? EM, no, can't you figure that out? Me, listen, I'm doing a meeting in a few. I need to finish up a couple of things beforehand. If you can't get anyone to help you in the next hour from your area, bring me the computer name and I'll show you how to add it. EM, can you come to my floor? That would be easier. Me, not for me. If you really want my help, make sure you bring the printer name with you. I'll be back from my meeting in an hour. EM walks off. My coworkers and I exchange glances and eye rolls and talk about how easy it is to follow the screenshots. I get to my meeting and forget all about EM until a friend IMs me. Hey, what you do to EM? Me not understanding the question intent. I might be helping her add a printer if she can't figure it out by the end of the meeting. Any chance you can help her? Friend, but what did you do to her? She sounds upset and said you were really rude. Me, what? Does that even sound like me? I explain what happened. You can ask, name of other friend, we both know who was there. She was really pushy. I said I'd help her when I got out of this meeting if she couldn't figure it out. Can you help her? Friend, I'm on a call and going to another meeting after. If I get out early, I'll try. Just thought you should know she's down here bitching about you. Fast forward to end of meeting. I get back to my desk to drop off my computer and then go to the break room to get some tea. I walk back to my desk with a friend. EM is waiting for me looking irritated. EM, I am my cup of tea. So you had a meeting? Me, yes. Then I got some tea. Were you able to figure it out? EM, no, that's why I'm back. Can you hurry up and add the printer? I need to get this printed for this afternoon. Me, hey, I'm offering to help you. I don't know you, and I hear you complaining that I'm not being very helpful to your coworkers, and I don't even know you. EM, what? Who said that? Me, do you want my help or not? EM, fine, I got the name like you said. Hands me a Post-it. I read the words HP LaserJet and sigh. Listen, this isn't the name. Who's someone who sits near you that could run over to the room and check for us? I am her coworker who promptly sends me a screenshot and says they offered to help her earlier, but EM said I was going to. Deep sigh, and I walk her over to the printer room. I make her follow the directions in the screenshots herself, and it's set up in a couple minutes. EM, see, was that so hard? Me, no, it really wasn't complicated at all. Next time, just give it a shot first and then ask IT for help. Or lots of people in your area can do this, like the person we IM'd for the printer name. EM, thanks, see you later. Cheerfully goes off. I forget all about it until the next day. I'm working and hear a happy voice say, "Hi, it's me again. Thanks again for all your help yesterday." Me feeling annoyed but relenting a bit BC, she sounds like she's being nice. "Oh, you're welcome. Everything work okay?" EM, yeah, I got everything printed out just in time. Hey, I was telling my family about how I used to work on electronics and my son has a question. Can you do a mod to his Xbox? This is where I make a giant error. I should have said no and just left it there. Instead, I say something like, "It's been a long time. I think the last one I did was on a Gen 2 Xbox while I was deployed." EM, oh good. So you'll do it? Me backpedaling hard. No, I can't. I don't even have the equipment to do that, and there are a lot of problems with making mods, like I could break the machine and it would completely void the warranty. I said a bunch of other stuff too about why it was a bad idea. EM, but my son really wants the mod and everyone else wants too much money for it. They want like $50 and we'd have to buy the mod ourselves. Me, well yeah, it takes time and the mod is more than $50. What you're paying for is a lot of skill and knowing how to solder. Again, I wouldn't know how to do any mods these days, and I don't have the equipment to do this anymore. It will cost you more to buy the equipment than to pay someone else. Even if I could do it, I'm not willing to. EM, but he really wants it and he doesn't want to pay that much. He says you can use the electronics lab at his school. At this point, one of my coworkers has had enough and tells her, listen, he doesn't want to do it and he said no. Either pay someone who will or tell your son he can't have it. EM looks shocked and leaves in a huff saying, you don't have to be rude about it. I figure that's the last time I see her. But no. My friend who works near her IMs me a little later and says she's going off. I find out who her manager is and set up a meeting with him a few days later. He shows up for the meeting with her in tow. We get into the room and he kicks it off. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us. I hope we can work out whatever conflict you're having. I've told EM I want to stay unbiased, so I haven't heard her side yet. Can you tell me why you think you're having issues working with EM? Me, what? Manager, well, tell me your side of things, and then she can tell me hers, and then we can talk about it. This guy thinks he's here to resolve a conflict. Me, well, she's being extremely rude. EM, spluttering. Manager looking frustrated but patient. Can we stick to the facts and avoid any kind of name calling? Me, okay, I'm just frustrated. She wants me to make a modification to her son's Xbox, and I'm not able to do it or willing to. Manager, I'm sorry, what did... EM cuts in. He wants me to spend money to hire someone else to do it. I already told him he could use the electronics lab at his school. Manager, EM, is this work related? EM, well at first it was. He wouldn't help me install my printer. I finally got him to, and when I asked him to help my son, he refused, and one of the other people he works with was really mean about it. He made it personal. Me, leans back and smiles a little. Manager, your son? Looks at me. You're in supply chain, right? Me, yes I am. EM, yeah, he wants me to spend a bunch of money on my son's Xbox. My son even found a place for him to work on it. I was gonna buy the thing he needs, he just has to install it. Manager to her, would you excuse us for a second? I'd like to talk to OP. EM leaves looking smug. Manager to me, I'm at the same level as the manager as far as responsibilities. Can you tell me what's going on? I ping my counterpoint who was there for both interactions. As she's entering, EM calls out, make sure you tell him what really happened. Manager, I think I'm going to be really sorry, but what did happen? We explain, and my coworker is way more heated than I am. I also refer him to my friend who works near them for the rest of the story and shows him my friend's IMs. Manager: I'm so sorry. Do you want HR involved? Me: only if she keeps asking me to do this stuff. Also, next time if I ask for a meeting with you and don't add someone to the invite, don't surprise me. We talk a bit more before he leaves, and he promises she'll only come to me if there's a work reason. Fast forward a month. She walks by my desk and says she's on her way to a meeting and says, "Well, I just thought you should know we had to get our son a new PS since you wouldn't help with his Xbox." Me: you weren't willing to pay someone who would do it $50, so you spent hundreds on something different, and this is my fault? EM: yeah, if you had just made the change, we wouldn't have had to. Me: she walked off looking smug, and I emailed her manager and HR and haven't had to interact since. Apparently, she reserved a meeting room in my area just so she could walk by my area to say that. Now, she's not allowed to come to our area and has to work through her manager for anything to do with this. She's also been warned not to badmouth me or she'll lose her job. Edit: something brought to my attention by a couple commenters is the possibility that this lady wanted me. I never considered that before and shudder now, but it makes odd sense. I just IM'd my friend from the story and he says she flirts a lot with people senior to her, often in very uncomfortable ways. Sad thing is that her husband is a successful person. It makes me wonder if he does the same thing. Shudders again. Those were two amazing stories. To hear the best stories of the week, click on the video in the top left-hand corner. To hear more Reddit stories all related to what you just heard, click on the video in the top right-hand corner. If you have not already done so, click on the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Once again, this is TNA, Top Notch Audio. Thank you for listening and have yourself a great day.